Hello and welcome to the SEGA Nerdcast, episode 64. I'm Chris, the editor of SEGA Nerds, and with me this week we have Graham. God damn it, he just got dropped from the call. We have Graham. We're also joined by our buddies over at SEGA Addicts. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
It's Happy Dreamcast month.
We are reunited.
This is actually going to be kind of a joint podcast between us and the SEGA Addicts. Graham, I tried to introduce you a while ago, but you decided to drop out of the call right as soon as I was
Chrome
introducing
keeps
you.
running out of memory or something. It keeps going, Chrome's run out of memory. Bye. And then it closes the Google Hangouts. I'm like, what's going on? Maybe I'll try.
I'm not introducing you now.
I might go to Internet Explorer if it happens again. Oh yeah, that's a warning to you, Google.
Oh man.
Anyway, we have a really great show for you guys today. We're going to talk some Sega news, as always. Bayonetta 2 got released in Japan. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but it's sold like hotcakes over there. Just in crazy, insane numbers. It's amazing. Everyone's really happy about that. No, not at all. Everything's terrible. Also, Residents of Fate was released on the PlayStation Network. Pier Solar HD is going to be coming out this week. Finally, it's only like 9-10 months late, something like that. But at least we're getting it now, finally. And then also over in Japan, they always get all the cool shit. The 3D Classics collection, they're getting a physical release of that.
I really want that.
Oh yeah,
it'd be amazing. Sonic Boom, the event is actually taking place this Saturday in New York, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I wonder if any of you guys are going to be going to that, but we'll find out once we get to that segment. And our feature discussion, we're going to talk about our favorite indie Dreamcast games, because we've really talked a lot about the Dreamcast all month long on our podcast, and I think you guys have been talking quite about the Dreamcast as well, right?
Yeah, pretty much this whole month we've covered all that you could.
And I think this might be the only like remaining aspect of the Dreamcast that we can kind of cover. So, yeah, and then we're gonna get into what we've been playing. But before we do that, let's go around the room and see what everyone's been up to. Let's try to make this as quick as we can because we got a lot of people on the show. So, Scotty, how about you start us off and tell us what you've been up to?
I have barely been doing anything besides work because I work in retail and we had some people quit, so I've been like covering shifts and working in my other job and sort of playing video games, but barely sleeping. And yeah, I was pretty hungover yesterday because I drank so much after a stressful work week.
Living the dream. Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Someone's dream.
That's what our forefathers fought for independence, for that very thing right there.
For alcohol poisoning.
Yep, absolutely. Stevie, how about you? What have you been up to?
I was going to make the Sega Addicts stuff look like posers, but I haven't been playing anything either. Just because I've been working on dissertation stuff, and video games don't really fit into my time. I've just been... I played a little bit of Kirby for the 3DS on a train, and then I realised that time would be spent better if I just been reading instead. So, yeah, it's been quite stressful, and now I get all this.
From '94, you said reading would be better than playing video games.
I'm exhausted. Okay, I just finished to conclude my first draft, so fucking forgive me, you home of what? Resonating pure hatred of your glands of gloom. You are like the Mr. Bumble of Oliver refusing the little orphan boy to have any extra gruel, or you're in the next room eating turkey and going, and Oliver's like, I'm starving, and you're going, fuck you, Oliver, and you kick him in the balls, and anyway, that's what I've been playing.
Alright, Brett, what about you? What have you been up to?
Well, like Scotty, I've been living that retail life. But I also got a job interview for another place. It's going to be on Tuesday, so...
Yeah, fuck you, Walmart.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be much better, but I'll entertain it a little bit. It'll be...
Did you just say that? Are you serious? Some place might not be better than Walmart?
Well, it's Sears, and they've been closing a lot of stuff lately. So.
That,
But
well,
on the other end, it's an electronics job instead of a cashier job, and that's what I've been gunning for at Walmart. They just won't fucking promote me no matter what. So
Sears. I think the last video game I bought at Sears was Panzer Dragoon when the Saturn came out.
yeah, that's why you need me to increase their video game sales. Actually, no, I'll get fired within a week. But whatever.
I think Sears would probably be a better as far as job security goes, because you could be going to like Radio Shack, which I don't know how they're still in business.
I really don't. Yeah. It's all those batteries they sell. Or no, that's Toys R Us that always like, I noticed you bought a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure. Do you need some batteries?
KB did that as well before they went bust. I'm
KB.
still depressed over that.
When are we supposed to show your guys the picture? Is that later in the show?
Oh, whenever. Usually it's later in the show after we talk about news.
Ah, okay. We'll save it then.
Yep.
Grammy Boy, before you get knocked off again, why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Oh yeah. Right, I've just actually switched to Internet Explorer because Chrome keeps crashing, so fuck that. Yeah, what have I been doing? Not a huge amount other than working, and I've been on a few dates with some females. Yeah.
Wait, I want to know how did it go with the one girl you went to the closing ceremony, the Invictus Games closing ceremonies with, and have you gone on another date with her?
Right, it went pretty well with her actually. Yeah, because on Chris's last evenings in England, I snubbed him and went out with a girl instead. So I'm sorry, Chris, buddy.
I wanted you to go. I wanted you to go do that.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You sure he wasn't like hiding in the bushes telling you great pickup lines and stuff or whatever?
I wish he was. That would be so much better.
I just like Graham.
You know, society has gone down.
Put your finger in her. Do it now. That would have been my advice to you.
Oh, man, brilliant. It seemed to go well though. We got on well. It was fun. We had a good time, and we were messaging each other quite a lot afterwards. But she's got no money at the moment. She doesn't want to go on another date right now. She said, and she doesn't want me to pay for it either.
That might be the worst reason ever for not going on a date. I'm sorry, I can't go on a date with you. I have no money.
Yeah,
there's plenty of things to do without money. You that might be a red flag, not to disturb you right away. But
so I haven't actually.
You can puddle.
I haven't messaged it back for a couple of days now.
You could kick homeless people for a laugh.
And then take their money, and then she'll have money.
Yeah, they.
Man, that's some real Robin Hood stuff there. Taking the poor and.
As long as she's still messaging you, if you suddenly get a message of like, sorry, my text bill's through the roof, I'm poor again or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe she's homeless.
Maybe.
But then again, wouldn't she want to go on dates? Because that means that she would maybe get to live in your house eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't all add up, guys. It's crazy.
It's like a rom-com. Like, you'd like pick up a homeless person, a bit like Pretty Woman. You'd like transform her from like a
rom-com with like Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, and you are Adam Sandler. One of us has to be Rod Schneider.
Career, so.
Brett,
Okay.
you Rob Schneider.
Was that? Oh God! I immediately regret this decision.
I've sort of lost what's happening right now. I'm gonna keep talking.
Apparently, I'm Rob Schneider. So.
Any other dates you've gone on?
What was that, Chris?
Any other dates?
Yes,
you've gone on some other dates. Okay.
I went on a date on Friday as well with another girl who is really nice. She's really bubbly. She's quite adventurous, likes traveling and stuff. But she talks a lot, like freakishly amount. But I'm planning to go on another date with her this Wednesday. Woo! So yeah, there you go. That's happening. Yeah, I don't get women though. I don't understand it. This is probably why I'm still single. It's a tough time, guys. Tough time. But that's it. Yeah, that's me. That's my life.
Hey, you should choose to be gay like me, then you'll have loads of options. And you'll be...
Well,
new movie coming out, Gay Like Me, starring Stevie Grant and Graham.
Yeah, that would be a wacky sitcom.
Well, in all seriousness, good luck with all that, Graham. I know that sucked, so Godspeed.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, good luck to you too.
Thanks. Yeah. Anyway, Chris. What about you?
Yeah. So, man, I've been incredibly busy. Graham, you know all about it. But after leaving England about a week and a half or so ago, I went over to Spain for about a week, doing some stories out there at the Spanish Air Academy. We have some Air Force cadets who are going over there for training and stuff. So we spent about a week hanging out with them, and we're going to do a couple stories. But man, Spain is a really badass place. I had a ton of fun out there. I wasn't able to go to any like the big cities like Madrid or Barcelona. We stayed in some of the smaller cities like Murcia and Cartagena. I forget what it's called. But I had a blast out there. A lot of fun. I didn't get to do any like video game shopping like we were able to in England, though, Graham. But I did go to this mall. And it was kind of neat because they had a game and a GameStop in the same mall. And I didn't even know that Game and GameStop operated in some of the same countries. I thought like GameStop or Game was like in Europe, and GameStop was kind of over in like North America and stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see that in the same mall even.
That was and apparently GameSpot's gone bust in Spain in the last week or so too, from what I was reading.
Wow. Chris, you didn't buy anything there, damn it.
Oh, really?
You should have bought them some games. You should have bought some games, and they would still be here.
Going out.
I did. I bought some stuff for my kids there. I bought them some some of these really cute Generation 1 Transformer figures. They were pretty neat. So I bought those for my kids and brought those home. Other than that, not a lot has been going on. I did, though, earlier this morning I came downstairs to find my son, who's about 2.5 now. He stuck my green Dreamcast VMU inside my new European Mega Drive that I got over there. And the problem is he stuck it in like with the like the buttons facing down, and somehow they got caught in like the clamp, and it took me about 20 minutes to pry it out, and when I finally pulled it all out, the buttons tore off on my VMU, and the D-pad's all jacked up. And yeah, it sucks because my green one, this is kind of my favorite VMU. So the little bastards ruined another one of my things again.
Gosh.
Man, I would totally give him up for adoption. Yeah, that's a big no-no, man.
Yeah, so just the moral of the story is don't have kids if you like video games. Or if you like anything, if you have anything of value in your life, don't have kids because they are going to find that your one most valuable thing and they were going to break it.
Nobody is touching my Noel. Nobody.
Just get a dog instead.
Yeah, that might be a better thing. So
just spend your life as a spinster.
As a what? You kind of broke up, Stevie.
Oh, just spend your life as a spinster.
That's actually a way better thing. Graham, you're well on your way of being a spinster. So
yeah, pretty much.
Keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
It's not my intention, to be honest, but yeah, that's probably going to happen. So I'll let you know how that goes in like 20 years. Brilliant.
Always the bridesmaid.
You'll have to wear to wear an old wedding dress that never got used.
Oh no. Yeah. Anyway,
let's get on to some news now, Graham. You're gonna bring us into the news desk.
Oh, okay.
Let's get going with that.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, first up, as Chris sort of mentioned at the start of the show, Bayonetta 2 released in Japan, and it sold pretty badly. Yeah, it sold less than 39,000 copies. In fact, I read somewhere else it's actually more like 28,000 copies. Like one of the reports.
Right, Denginki Online is reporting. So there's two like separate software report that come out in Japan. Denginki is another one, and they're the ones that reported it was less than 29,000 copies.
Yeah, which is. I mean, I think that sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to other games, it's not at all. Yeah, in fact, Silicon Era said it's 67% of its shipment was sold, which, Scotty, you added this in, didn't you? Which,
yeah, that kind of got me thinking, like, maybe they didn't even expect that much from Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Only that much sold, but that was more than, that was the majority of the shipment.
So they made like 50,000 copies, maybe, or something?
Yeah.
Judging from that percentage, that sounds really weird. Which means Nintendo...
I guess that's a good thing, then. I mean, in its first week, it sold through 67% of its stock. I mean...
Yeah, Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way that we can spin that headline to make it sound like a good thing.
Yeah, true. That's probably what Nintendo did to its shareholders. Goes, yeah, it sold 67% of its stock.
Bayonetta nearly sold out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's almost sold
I don't
out.
get. It's just that for some reason, Platinum games that don't have a tie-in, like Metal Gear or the upcoming Korra game, for some reason they never sell that well. Bayonetta took ages to get a sequel. Sega mistreated Mad World and its sequel Anarchy Reigns, so maybe it doesn't really count, but no one brought that, and its DS game, no one brought that. I don't know why people aren't supporting Platinum, or also Vanquish, but I don't know why people aren't supporting them, because they're making the best fucking action games right now.
Yeah.
And Bayonetta 2 is probably fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's
Well, I mean, they did sort of have like a spin-off or like a tie-in, I guess you should say, in Bayonetta 2 with all the Nintendo themed outfits and stuff. So there was some type of,
But like, in one way though, how is the Wii U doing in Japan? Because I feel like that might have something to do with it as well.
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, because to be fair, the Yakuza games on the Wii U didn't sell that well.
But they're
And-
always hot sellers on
Yeah.
the PlayStation.
Yeah, the Wii U might just not be, the system to get stuff on. But once Smash comes out, that might change everything, and people be like, I bought
Yeah.
Wii U for
Well, that was
Smash. Oh,
well,
look,
that was
Bayonetta.
Oh,
Oh,
but
look,
then again, the
Yakuza.
3DS one, that might just, people will go, oh, I don't need it. It even has online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
But yeah,
like,
that was a good point, Scotty, because the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Sold 320,000 copies. So if the the Wii U version comes out and it sells a ton, then you can look at and say, well, maybe the Wii U wasn't at fault here for Bayonetta's poor sales. But if it sells pretty bad compared to the 3DS version and compared to previous versions of the game, on the Wii and other systems before that, then you're saying, hey, maybe that is the biggest, culprit on the Bayonetta 2's poor sales.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's been getting really great reviews too. Famitsu scored it 38 out of 40, and Edge gave it a 10 out of 10. So
Yeah, and they're just pretty
not
hard
because
to
of the
please.
That's weird.
The thing that really excites me is that in an interview, and I know I shouldn't get caught up in interview hype because so much Sega stuff, although technically this is a Nintendo game, but so much Sega stuff has disappointed me in all the hype. But there was a quote that what they wanted to do was make every level like the final boss of the first Bayonetta.
Oh,
I know
gosh.
that's not popular. I know that's not possible. I mean, but I want to fucking see it, and I'm so disappointed that it didn't sell well, because I know it's coming out here. But if it's this amazing, then I will want another game.
Yeah.
and if it sells,
It's just confusing to me because, like, this Christmas, if I had to pick one of the three next gen, current gen, whatever you want to call it, between the 1.4 and the Wii U, I would go with the Wii U because I would get Smash Brothers and Bayonetta 2, and I'd be set. Like, there's nothing on the other ones that makes me want one of those systems right now.
Yeah, I'm actually in the same boat. Chris has persuaded me that Wii U's the way to go. Even though I don't think they're that great. It's like Bayonetta's on there. I want to play the Sonic games as well. I think they look really fun, so I really want to get hold of them. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I am saving up for something to myself after all this stress is over PS4 or Wii U, and I was thinking, well, there's nothing on the PS4, and I want to play something, as soon as everything's finished, I'll get a Wii U and play Bayonetta 2, because there is actually a good selection now of stuff that I want to play. I really wanted to play Pikmin 3 as well. Bayonetta 2 is the system seller for me. So it's weirdly the best choice right now.
So I think this brings us to a good discussion. Looking at what the first week sales have been for Bayonetta 2, it might still be a little early because we'll see how it does when it comes to the States. But judging, on this week, I still don't think it's going to sell all that well, and I've been saying that for a long time now. I don't think it's even going to get 1 million sales, maybe even worldwide. But anyway. Do you think Sega made the right choice in not publishing this game or funding the sequel? and letting Nintendo do that. In hindsight, what do you guys think about that?
Yes, I would. I'm glad that Nintendo got the franchise because Sega just haven't been doing them justice recently. Just with the way that things have gone with Anarchy Reigns, especially. Just I would rather them go to Nintendo because much more money as well could be put into it.
True. Yeah.
I don't know, because like Sega with Bayonetta, they marketed the crap out of that, and they had so many Sega tie-ins. This one doesn't have as many Sega tie-ins, but I don't know how it is in the UK, but Nintendo does like no marketing for their games unless it is Pokemon or Mario or Smash Brothers.
Yeah, so that's actually the same in the UK. It's pretty much when Mario Kart came out, Mario Kart was everywhere and stuff, but I don't see any other Wii U games advertised at all. So yeah, I guess it's kind of similar. Yeah, so
I just feel like as bad as Sega's marketing can be sometimes, I feel like they would have done a better job with this than Nintendo did.
Yeah, but just this sort of.
I get the sense that. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to go off on a slight tangent, but I was going to say that, in theory, could Sega still release this on the Xbox and PS4? Like, because they still technically own the rights to the game. I mean, it might have to be a slightly different game in that you wouldn't have the Nintendo tie-ins at all, like the costumes. But
I think didn't Nintendo do a lot of the development on this with Platinum?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they just published it.
I think Sega is just on literally just a logo in the credits. They literally don't have anything to do other than that. They published the first game, so I don't think.
But if you actually own the rights to a game, like for example, when EA bought,
what it probably is, Graham, is they may own like the IP, but
and they license it out.
Right. It may be that Nintendo has some sort of like ownership over Bayonetta 2. Kind of like how Toe Jam and Earl is with Sega and Greg Johnson. Like Greg Johnson and Mark Vorsinger, they own the rights to the characters, where Sega owns the games that they published. They can keep selling those games. That's why you see them on Steam and everywhere else now. Greg Johnson and those guys don't, own those games, but they can go out and make a sequel if they want to. And that's probably, I would imagine, without seeing any of the contracts or anything like that. But that's probably what it'd be. I highly doubt Sega can go out and just port the game and sell it without Nintendo's approval.
It's not like a Resident Evil 4 situation where Capcom was like, okay, fuck you guys, we're putting it on PS2. It's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
I guess that makes sense. It's probably the same thing with Alien Isolation, how Creative Assembly is doing tons of like hype, pre-hype and stuff with their dev blogs and everything, but Sega's just kind of a name there, and they'll like repost things on their blog. So I guess that might be why we didn't see much.
They're really promoting that. I've seen loads of videos and screenshots online and events and stuff.
For which game?
Alien Isolation.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, I guess it comes down to Platinum or Nintendo to do that. Then, like, they have as much to do with it as Sega did for Alien Isolation. At least that's how I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what Sega's doing, I think they're now very cautious in what kind of games that they're going to publish at this point. I think they're very wary of going and putting a lot of money into a game they don't think is going to get a lot of sales from, and you can just kind of see that on what they've kind of published and put out the past year and a half. There's just not a lot of chances that they're taking on games anymore. They're looking at bigger IPs that have more of a following, and I think Alien Isolation is a good point there. That's going to be the big franchise that I think they're going to do well with putting a lot of money into that. But I think that they just aren't willing to take those chances like they used to be in years past. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if Bayonetta 2 sells really poorly, what's going to happen to that franchise, because there's a following there. We see that. I mean, people love the franchise, but for whatever reason, it hasn't sold. And hopefully, when it releases here in later October, it sells really well, at least comparatively. in Japan. So we'll see what happens. But
What's the release date for it?
there we go. So the 24th.
You know,
Okay.
I know this is just a far off dream, but I would love it if to promote Bayonetta, they put her in Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and the 3DS.
That would make so much sense.
Yeah.
That would actually make so much sense for Nintendo to do that. And oh god.
It would, but
and every time
unless it's downloadable,
win,
I doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Every time you went around with her, there's just a little info box that pops up, a little advert here, go buy Bayonetta 2.
Yeah.
$49.99.
Yeah.
Did you like that quick character cameo? Well, you can download it right here. Boop.
Yep.
And then
it's like the ads that pop up
Smash Brothers and opens Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, I hope so.
Man. Oh dear. Anyway,
all right, buddy, let's keep going.
Moving on. Sorry. Other news: Residence of Fate has been released on PlayStation Network. Everyone should buy it because it's awesome. It's $20 in the US, and I don't know what the price is in the UK. I didn't actually turn on my PlayStation to check it out. But if anyone doesn't know about it, it's an RPG, like Japanese JRPG. It's actually developed by Tri-Ace, but published by Sega. I've got it on my Xbox 360, and it's actually one of the hardest RPGs I've ever played. I've never finished it, but it's awesome. I was really enjoying it. I really enjoyed the storyline. It's
hard, but it's rewarding.
What's that?
It's hard, but it's super rewarding once you get that combat system figured out. The biggest kiss of death, and this is we went into a little bit about Sega's marketing a few minutes ago, but one of the biggest mistakes I think they've ever had marketing is choosing to release Residence of Fate in the West on the same day as God of War 3 and Final Fantasy 13. And I love Final Fantasy.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Imagine that meeting. Wow.
I mean, and it had good sales in Japan, but it just got curb stomped in the States, and that's a shame because I love Final Fantasy 13. I love that entire except for Lightning Returns. I'm kind of now on that, but I love the Final Fantasy 13 series. But if somebody asks me what RPG should I get on the PS3, I always say Residence of Fate first because that game is just a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, definitely. And if I think for the trailer they released, it was one of the cutscenes from the game. I just remember being blown away by that when I first saw it. It's just awesome. I can't actually remember it now.
The thing I love most about that game, aside from the combat system, is the main trio. Your player characters have the most, probably the best chemistry of any RPG trio in history. They are incredibly entertaining, and they're the best things about the game. And just seeing their dynamics through all the cutscenes and everything is... I try not to link the cutscenes too much, because of course I don't want to spoil it for people, but there's one I always link. It's the beginning of Chapter 3, where the power goes out. I think Graham probably knows which one I'm talking about.
I believe I do, yeah.
It's the one where they're watching a certain type of movie and the power goes out, and then.
I vaguely remember that. I think get much further than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I suck at that game so much. The combat is brilliant, but I'm just terrible at it. But yeah.
Yeah, the hardest thing about that game is there's one chapter midway through where you're left with only 2 characters instead of 3, and you grow to really realize. Oh my God! Those tri-attacks I was taking for granted in the first few chapters. Holy shit! Do I miss those? Because it gets really, really tough without those. But it's a damn good game, damn rewarding game. It's $20. I encourage everybody to go out and play it because it deserved better than what it got.
Yeah. Damn it, Brett! You should have been Sega's marketing. You should have sold that game to everyone.
I would have. I would have went door to door and be like, hey, I don't care if you even have a PS3. Buy this. Buy this shit right now. It's that good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Look at the insert, even though they're not that big nowadays.
Oh, God.
Cool. Anyway, moving on, I think. We've sold Residence of Fate, and hopefully boosted sales for Sega there. Pier Solar HD is getting released this week. Finally, it's, for those who don't know, it's a remake of the I guess indie released a Mega Drive just / Genesis game that was released a few years ago, and it's been made into HD after a Kickstarter. They managed to successfully raise $231,000, and they originally only asked for $139,000. But because of that, they've got release dates for, it's the 30th of September for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Ouya, and PC via Steam. But it's also coming on the Xbox One, Wii U, and Dreamcast. Yes, but that hasn't. The Xbox One, Wii U, and Dreamcast versions haven't been announced yet. But apparently, we're waiting on certification from Microsoft and Nintendo. But they are coming. So it's super exciting. We've been waiting for ages for this game to come out. And I got a chance to play on the Mega Drive version a little bit ages ago, and it seemed really super fun. But I really want to get my hands on this one because it just looks a beautiful game by the looks of it. Yeah, there you go. Anyone else really excited for this?
I didn't follow it, but I want a Dreamcast.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the game.
My Dreamcast is broken, so not really.
God damn it!
Thinking about that.
I think I'm going to buy it on the PC first because it's coming out before the Dreamcast version. Then I'm hopefully going to get a Dreamcast version as well because, man, I want this. I thought it was meant to come on the Xbox 360 as well, but we don't have that listed here. Oh well, doesn't matter.
It is going to come on the Xbox 360, but it's probably going to release the same day. I think it's interesting though because one of the big things that Watermelon wanted to do is release it like simultaneously on all systems at the same time. So it looks like PlayStation or Sony, I should say, and Ouya were ready to release it and get it up really quickly. And for whatever reason, Microsoft and Nintendo are kind of taking a little bit longer. It's also interesting because the game failed certification with Microsoft originally. They went back and fixed the issues across all the games on all systems, and then they put it and recertified it. They re-put it in there. So I guess it went through fine on Sony's end, and it's just still taking a little bit of time there. For me, I'm getting it on the Ouya because I'm actually going to be able to get it and buy it free on the Ouya. A while back, maybe like 3 months ago, Ouya came out with this program where you spend like $60 up front and you get every game free for a year on the Ouya. You don't have to pay anything. And so now that this game's coming on the Ouya, I'm going to be able to get it on my Ouya, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm also going to get it on the Dreamcast just because I've got to have that physical Dreamcast release. But anyway, this is a really big game. I'm really looking forward to it. Probably, man, I can't think of any other RPG that I've been looking forward to more than Pier Solar HD because I never got to play it on the Genesis when it originally came out, and just the prices are just way too ridiculous now. And this is, I don't know, I'm really, really excited for this. And I just talking with the guys over at Watermelon, they seem like really good people over there, and I'm really happy for them that they're finally getting to this point. I know the game's been delayed a lot. Fans have been really upset with them because they've delayed it numerous times, but now that the game's finally out, everyone's going to get a chance to experience it across so many different consoles. I'm just really happy for these guys. So hopefully it sells better than Bayonetta 2.
It probably will do.
It definitely will.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I don't really know that much about it, but I'm excited to have another Dreamcast game.
Yeah, I think if anyone doesn't know anything about it, go and check it out. It's Pier Solar, Piersolar, and just look at the screenshots, man, and stuff. It looks beautiful. It's like all sort of hand drawn sort of backgrounds and stuff, and yeah, it just looks like it's going to be amazing. Because I'm so excited for this game. Anyway, moving on. I think. Quite pretty exciting news. Again, as Chris mentioned at the start of the show, SEGA Japan is releasing physical versions of the 3D Classics compilation. If you don't know about this, basically Sega's been relaunching 3D versions of some of the classic arcade / sort of Genesis Mega Drive games on the 3DS for download over the last couple of years, and Japan's actually going to get it physically. Which is awesome because these are actually brilliant. This is literally why I play on my 3DS now. I haven't bought a 3DS game since I've really bought my 3DS. I'm just been downloading these.
Same here.
So much fun, and they look beautiful as well. They're not just making the graphics 3D. For anyone who doesn't know, they're not just making the graphics 3D. They're adding new features to the games. They're still, though, they still look and play basically as the original ones did, which is great. But you've also got these extra features as well. You can turn on and off, and it makes the game so much fun. And I'm loving it. So yeah, I really, really hope this comes to the West as well, though, the physical versions, because that'd be awesome. But there's no sign of that actually happening yet. But
I want it. This is before the Smash Brothers demo. These were the last things I even played on my 3DS. So I think how much it's getting.
Yeah.
Don't you just love region locking?
Bullshit.
Yeah, those are the days. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, when Chris came over to Europe, he basically bought a load of Master System games because Master Systems don't have region lock, and it's like, this is awesome. But like with the Mega Drive and stuff, you had to buy a Mega Drive to play Mega Drive games on it. So yeah, I wish they never invented region lock. Pain of my life.
It's like exclusivity. It doesn't even make sense at this point.
Yeah, it's like freaking ridiculous.
You're just being snobs towards us.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
I want them all. Super Dolphin mode for life.
Cool. And also coming out this Saturday in New York City, Sonic Boom, the event, is happening, which is awesome. So yeah, not to be confused with Sonic Boom, the computer game or cartoon. It's something a bit different.
It will be there too.
Yes, they will be there apparently. Yeah, they're having playable demos of Sonic Boom for the Wii U and also the 3DS version. So they'll be there, which will be great. And they've also got Takashi Iizuka, who is if you don't know, from Sonic Team.
Nailed it.
He is the inventor of Knights as well, and he's awesome. He's a brilliant guy. I've managed.
No, I wish I was going.
Yeah, I've met him a couple of times. I don't think he'll remember me at all, but I've met him a couple of times, and he seems like a really nice, down-to-earth kind of guy.
I can't think of Iizuka without thinking of a parody Twitter account of him that was around back in the day. I don't know if it's still around, but
may look at that later.
Back in the day of Twitter, which was 4 years ago.
Yeah, Twitter hasn't been around that long, has it?
Here it is. This is not the real Iizuka. It is a simple parody of a man who's given out some strange PR for Sega in the past. But it's been down since December 5th, so I don't think it's ever coming back. But it used to have some really good shit on it.
Yeah. If that's not enough to excite people, though, they've got the voice actor Roger Craig Smith, who is voicing Sonic the Hedgehog in the latest games. And we actually had him on the show a few weeks back, and he's such a nice guy. So if anyone's going, I recommend you go and speak to him. He's really cool, really down to earth if you get the chance. We've got also from Sonic Boom computer games and TV show. We've got Colleen Villard, who's the voice of Tails, Travis Whittingham, who's Knuckles, Cindy Robinson, who does Amy, Nika Futterman, does Styx, and Mike Pollock, which some people should actually know, does Dr. Eggman. So you're going to have the whole cast basically there of the game, and apparently they're doing live performances, which is great. Also, they've got live music from, I can never pronounce this guy's name, Jun Senue? Sonoy, thank you.
You know
who's actually, if you might know him better as he's half of Crush 40, who've played like Summer of Sonic and stuff. And they've done music for some of the Sonic games and stuff.
The glorious butt rock.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love it if they were in a platinum game like Metal Gear Rising.
I want a Crush 40 version of Rules of Nature now. God damn it,
I
Steve.
would love it if they did a cover of Violence Breeds Violence.
Violence breeds violence. Yeah.
In the end, yeah, we're
I sound like Johnny Peely, I know.
And believe in yourself.
Open your spines, it's gonna be.
Also got Tomoya Otani, Ted Poley, and Tony Harnell. And for everyone I've just mentioned, there's going to be a meet and greet and autograph sessions with them. So if you are going to the event, you will get to meet them. Basically, it's going to be
Ted
awesome.
Poley's gonna be there. We might get the. No, wait, no, it's Paul Scrutino. Never mind. I was thinking we might get a live version of Eggman's theme for once, but nah.
Yeah,
Then again, you might get one of the artist singers to do it, so whatevs.
maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And we may as well just mention as well, comic artist, Archie comic artist to be precise, Tracy Yardley will be there selling sketches and signing autographs. So yeah, so it's going to be a full fun day of Sonic themed stuff, and I'm guessing I'm not going, but is anyone else going? Is anyone from here going at all to this event?
Unfortunately, no. It's only a couple hours away from me, but my band has gigs all weekend, so I can't.
I don't.
You're not playing at Sonic Boom? What?
No.
They're working on their second album, which is called Birth Defects.
Shut up, dude. Oh, man. I would like to meet Tracy Yardley, though, because he's like the only decent artist, because Pat Spaziante doesn't do that much for the comics anymore. But that's going to be pretty
I thought
cool,
Tracy
though.
Yardley was a girl. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, she was a girl for some reason as well. But I don't know anything about Archie comics. So you don't get it over here, I don't think.
Totally
I've never
a
seen it over
dude.
here.
No.
Whoops. Sorry,
But
dude.
that's going to be fun. It's just one
I'm
day,
going.
isn't it?
I'm going to go.
Woo! Chris is going. Awesome.
Get me some pictures.
Scotty, do you know if Tom's gonna go,
Yeah.
or did he decide against it?
I have no idea. He's even closer than me, so if he's not, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
The gauntlet has been thrown
Yep.
down. Go to Sonic Boom, or you're a little bitch.
Blake and I are going to go, Graham. So
Oh,
we're
sweet.
taking a bus up Saturday
Nice.
morning. And,
Mega bus.
Yeah.
For
So
people who don't
Bolt
know
bus.
Tom, I would describe him as anime.
Yeah, or the mysterious Pocky X. Excuse me. We shouldn't reveal his secret identity here.
Okay.
Should totally bring me back something signed by Tracy Yardley, Chris.
yeah, I'll see what I can do. I have
I'm
to
kidding.
think of some stuff that I can actually take to get signed by.
Your penis.
I wish I could bring some of
Yeah, don't
my
forget that.
my Sonic Master System stuff to get signed by Takeshi, but I guess he didn't really work on any of those games.
Oh,
so it'd be a little
get a
weird.
copy of Knights signed or something.
Yeah, dude.
I just want you to steal me Jun Sunoi's Shadow guitar. That's all I want.
What's the worst game he worked on?
Who?
Takeshi Izuku. He didn't. Let me see. I don't think he did Shadow. He did do Shadow the Hedgehog. Maybe I'll catch up on
Oh.
Shadow.
Yeah.
You need to pretend
That's-
to be the biggest Shadow fan in the world.
Basically, just cosplay as me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Brett likes Shadow more than any human should, but
Maybe I could get a fake like Shadow the
Oh,
Hedgehog
dear
tattoo.
God.
He has a Shadow figure. Brett loves Shadow so much. And Silver. Oh, God.
Bow to your God.
not even underdogs that he likes. It's just the other guy.
And your favorite movie, oh god.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Fucking taste.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
Should we?
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being a pretty good event. It'll be fun. It's going to be interesting to see because this is basically going to be the only like Sonic event this year since there wasn't the one in England over the summer. Summer Sonic didn't happen. So yeah, this is going to be the big Sonic event, and hopefully it comes off. I mean, it seems like they got a lot of the big Sonic-related people there. Also, Stephen Frost is going to be. I don't think he was listed in here. He's going to be doing some sort of question and answer panel or something like that. So he's going to be there too.
Cool.
That's
So
cool.
he's going to be having something over there. So it'll be fun to meet Stephen in real life because we've had him on the show a couple times. He called me out on Facebook too, and he said I had to go. So that's pretty much the only reason why I'm going to go now. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for the news. Before we get going into our feature discussion, you guys wanted to like show off some sort of image or something like that, right? Who's going to show that?
Yeah, every week Stevie does Stevie's art gallery, and we transition into it.
Corner. It's a corner, sir.
Oh, whatever. Well, here we go.
Okay,
We're going to
I'll
transition
introduce
into it
this.
right now.
You can't do it, obviously.
Oh wow.
TV's art
Okay.
corner. So usually I do the art during the show, but this week I did it before because it took intense art skills, and it
Do you
also It also reveals something we've been teasing. So,
Oh my gosh.
Scotty, with further ado.
I got a bad feeling about this now. I think I know
Okay.
what it's about.
I'm
This
so
is
excited
what
for this.
Stevie drew or artistified this week. Here we go. That's it right there. Would you like to explain why that has any significance, Stevie?
Brett's favorite movie is Rush Hour 2, and that's not even.
It's not even a joke.
Brett, why is your favorite movie Rush Hour 2?
Yeah, why is it?
I don't know.
You said it.
It's the only movie he's ever watched.
What does my phone wallpaper now?
Brilliant.
Uh,
Dude, there's nothing wrong with Rush Hour 2.
Immediately.
Great movie.
As your favorite, though? As your absolute favorite movie?
Well, I'd put other Jackie Chan movies up higher, but I still think it's a great movie. So, yeah.
There we go. There we go. Good man.
Compare our case. So let's go around in a circle and see what everyone's favorite movie is. Scotty, what's your favorite movie?
I don't know. It's not Rush Hour 1 or 2.
It's Rush Hour 3.
Oh God!
Is that
What
a
is wrong? That is a thing, and it's
I didn't even know they had a 3.
Yeah,
me
it's pretty
neither.
bad.
It was bad.
I mean, I really like Stranger Than Fiction and Lost in Translation.
Good
I
movie.
thought you were like really big into Jurassic Park.
It's not my favorite movie, but I like the first one.
What, you don't like The Lost World? What's wrong with you, man?
I like that
Oh,
one.
the
The
best
third
one's The
one I
Lost
pretend
World.
doesn't exist.
Oh,
There's
I
a
like the
bit-
third one.
Well,
Damn it.
oh, well, there's a velociraptor, and there's this little girl who's been set up that she's really good at gymnastics, and there's this beam at one point, and the velociraptor's getting her, and she's up like high, and she like jumps on the beam and swings around and kicks the velociraptor onto some spikes, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Just ruined the movie, dude. Just ruined the movie.
It's the-
Oh man.
I would like to see like a Jurassic Park spin-off between like Nightmare on Elm Street and the Dream Warriors, where when they go to sleep, they would come back as dinosaurs of their own, and then they fight the dinosaurs as the Dream State dinosaurs. That's right.
That would be great.
I support that completely.
That's a
Nightmare
Jurassic Park album.
on something.
What
Nightmare
are your
on.
guys' favorite movies?
I would say Night of the Living Dead, the original. That's probably my favorite.
Okay. I can go with that.
Mine is Jackie Chan's Police Story.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Amazing.
No,
Better than Rush
Graham
Hour 2.
is the biggest Jackie Chan fan I've ever known. He's
Oh,
loved
yeah.
him ever since I've known him.
He's a beautiful man. I would go gay for Jackie Chan, basically.
Graham, Shanghai Nights or Shanghai Noon?
What's that? What?
Shanghai Nights or Shanghai Noon?
Oh my god! I don't know. I love them both.
Now.
I kind of want to say Shanghai Nights.
There we go.
I really loved how they portrayed England there, because it's nothing like that.
Wait, Rush Hour 1 or Rush Hour 2?
Rush Hour 2.
Yes! My brother.
Rush Hour 2 is a great movie.
You like Residence of Fate, you like Rush Hour 2. We were destined.
Oh, Brett, imagine if they made a Rush Hour 2 the golden anime.
Gosh,
Oh,
and
you mean
that
the
was
one-
Stevie's art gallery,
Oh,
everybody.
you mean the anime where Marie takes the spotlight from Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker and does all their fights for them?
Good God.
I guess, I don't know. That's a reference I don't get, but
I'm not a fan of the Persona 4 Golden anime, aside from Paranoid Riot Cop Naoto. It's not good.
As long as they somehow fit in the line to your movie, Stevie. I just met a girl named Maria. To fill Chris and Graham in, I once made the declaration that it would be the best thing in the world if West Side Story was redone with Shadow being one of the main characters, and every song he sings is just, I just met a girl named Maria.
they sung like punk rock emo songs.
Oh, man. All right.
Let's get
Preparing
into
for
our future
discovery.
discussion. That was.
Please.
All right, our featured discussion this week is we're going to talk about our favorite indie Dreamcast games, and within that, we can also add in homebrew games as well. So, Graham, why don't you start us off with, because I know you're a huge Dreamcast indie gamer, so tell us what your favorite is.
Oh my god, yeah, brilliant. Actually, back in the day, I was a pretty big homebrew gamer. I've put down here Great Yana Sisters because that's the first game that popped into my head when we first started talking about this. I haven't played any of the official indie games, like the ones that were made by independent studios and you have to pay for anything. I just haven't managed to get hold of any of them. But homebrew wise, I remember having a lot of fun with the Great Yana Sisters. Yeah, so if you don't know what that is, it's almost like a kind of Mario Brothers platformer style game, and it's just really fun. I love that game. Yeah, there you go.
It started off as a Mario rip.
What did you pick? Because Google Hangouts is a piece of shit. I missed everything you just said.
Oh, okay. Basically, the Great Guyana Sisters.
I have no idea what that is.
I shall repeat what I just said then. It's It's basically a Mario Brothers rip-off kind of game.
Oh, I think I might know what that is then.
Yeah, they've just released it on Xbox Live and PSN as well, actually, like an HD version. Or maybe they released it ages ago, but there's one on there which is like a... But I think it's a different game. I think it's actually a sequel.
It has different mechanics, so it's not a Mario rip-off anymore. In fact, it's better than the recent Mario platformers. It's really awesome. It's called
cool.
Twisted Dreams, Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams.
That's what it's called, yeah. Yeah, that's the new one. But the one on Dreamcast is more like Mario Brothers, as far as I remember when I played it. But yeah. Cool, there you go.
Nice choice. All right, who's next?
Crap.
Anybody?
Sorry.
I'll say that my Dreamcast is broken, so that's it for me.
I'll go real quick because I hope I don't get kicked again. But I haven't played really anything except for the one indie game that I own, and that's Gunlord. But I do really like it because it's. Has anyone played it, or does anyone have it?
No,
I've not played it. No.
Okay.
I want to play it.
It's pretty cool. I played it on our Dreamcast Marathon plug, but it's like I wouldn't call it Metroidvania, but it can feel like that because the levels are massive. But it's what's that game? Turrican, I think, is what they compare it to, where you have a bunch of weapons you can get and you're running around kind of platforming and you're in this spacesuit. But the artwork is amazing. It's all hand-drawn sprites and everything. It just looks really cool.
Oh, cool.
But like I said, the levels are huge, and it took the first time I played it. My roommate and I were playing it. It took us like a good hour or so to even get to the third level. And I think the third one, maybe the second one, is a shoot 'em up, so it kind of mixes it up a little bit. But it's a really beautiful game, and it's got a lot of cool stuff that you don't really see anymore. My only complaint about it is when you get a game over, it doesn't matter how far you got, you can't save your state, you have to start completely over. So it kind of, you got to be determined to beat this game because you pretty much have to do it in one sitting. But it's cool, I recommend it.
Man, yeah, I've actually just gone to the website. It does look very cool.
Yeah, the artwork is awesome. I love it. That's what drew me towards it at first. And I was at PAX East, and there was this one import booth. They had all of the indie Dreamcast games, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And nothing to get shmups because I love those too. But like, I picked Gunlord because I knew that wasn't a shmup out of all the other ones. You know, I wanted a little bit of variety. So, but I was happy with my purchase.
Shit, I've never even heard of this. I need to get this because I don't like shoot 'em ups. I've never been a fan of them, and this looks so good. Like, I know this. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I've been dying to play that
really
game
good
that's shoot 'em up.
What did you say, Stevie?
The SEGA Addicts crew are really good at selling stuff.
I guess so.
God damn it.
And also, Gunlord just looks like such a good traditional shooter. Like, I know there's a lot of retro throwbacks right now, but this looks like it takes it to the next level, at least in terms of art style.
Yeah, it has more of a 16. What's that? Sorry.
Sorry, it reminds you. The visuals remind me a tiny bit of Metal Slug.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh, Metal Slug has gorgeous sprites as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Nice. Go buy Gunlord.
Right,
Go buy Metal Slug.
Brett, what about you?
I regretfully have to say that I don't have any indie Dreamcast games. I will next winter, but I don't have any right now.
Next winter. So
What's happening?
That's when Illusion Shadows is supposed to come out. That's
okay.
Right.
So,
That's fair.
I don't have anything right now, but after hearing about some of the stuff right now, and of course after seeing Gunlord in the Dreamcast Marathon, I'm kind of interested. But Gunlord also looks like it's way too hardcore for my taste. So
It's not hardcore. It just takes a while to get through.
then again,
I feel kind of bad because I don't think I've played a lot of indie Dreamcast games, but probably the one that I do remember playing when it first released, because it was a really big deal in the Sega community, was Beats of Rage.
Oh,
You guys remember that? It was the a kind of a follow-up to Streets of Rage. It was a homebrew game designed by Senile Team, and I think it was released like in 2004 or so. But yeah, I remember playing that when it first came out, and I really, really enjoyed it. It really felt like a follow-up to Streets of Rage 3, in a lot of ways, and I really liked, the characters and everything. I'm a big Streets of Rage fan. I love it. Graham and I actually was it Streets of Rage 2, Graham?
Yes, yeah.
Back then, yeah. We went to a barcade in England, and we played that through, and that was a lot of fun. So anyway, yeah, I hadn't played a lot. It's been a long time since I played Beats of Rage, a really long time.
It looks
but just going
awesome.
back
I'm looking up screenshots of it right now. It looks sweet.
They released like different versions of it, I think, as well. Because I remember I played like with different characters at one point. Like, 'cause I downloaded another version of it, and it's a really fun game.
Yeah, it's meant to be like really easily moddable to where you can put in other characters. I think I've seen like Sonic in there and things like that. So it's gone, and like there's so many iterations of the game now. But the original one is what I played. I don't think I really went back and played much of the any of the mashups or anything like that. People have
I'm looking at some of these screenshots, and I'm seeing a lot of King of Fighters characters like Cooler Diamond, Blue Mary, K-Dash, all them, and I'm seeing stuff with like Ryu and Chun-Li and all that. So I'm interested now if I can throw the KOF characters in.
How do you get it? Is it purchasable, or do you have to download it?
I think it's downloadable.
You can download it. Yeah, it's all for free. I think you can go to the isozone.com and find it there. It looks like it's just a 60. Yeah, it's a 62 megabyte file. Download it and just burn it. It's really easy to do.
It's made in
yeah,
Mugen.
go check it out if you're a Streets of Rage fan.
I definitely am.
It was made in Mugen, which is kind of shocking to me that they could make something good out of that. I used to be a Mugen modder back in the day, and it was not fun. But yeah, it's basically Streets of Rage with KOF characters. I'm in. I'll find that. 'Cause that looks damn good.
That looks cool.
Apparently you can get it on the Wii and the PlayStation and Xbox and PSP as well.
Oh, if I could get on PSP, that would be dope as hell.
Man, I just gone to the Wikipedia page. Apparently, it's released on all those platforms. It's originally released on Dreamcast, but then it's on PlayStation 2.
Brett's gonna
original
get
Xbox,
it, and Brett's gonna
Portable.
put Silver in there and play it on his PS. He wants to annex himself as much as possible from the world.
No. I'm gonna put both characters in there, man. I'm gonna play as Azuma.
Yeah, and Chris Tucker.
Azuma and Chris Tucker. It's Rush Hour 4, Azure Edition.
Man.
God damn it.
Beats of Rage.
It's your favorite movie, God.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that.
You got my back,
So
bro.
yeah, I mean that was our feature discussion on indie Dreamcast games. Yeah,
And more than half.
there were several. That was really bad. Anyway, we I don't know, the Dreamcast. It is amazing though that the Dreamcast has been, I guess if you want to say dead commercially, but the indie community has been keeping this system alive for so long, and that's really what is kind of made the Dreamcast so special, in my eyes at least, is that still to this day it's been gone since 2002. But it's still been kept alive by people, just these people out there who love the system and want to keep it alive and just create games for it. And Pier Solar HD is one of them. Elysian Shadows is another great looking game that's going to be coming out for the Dreamcast. It's still being kept alive, and I love that about it. And the indie scene is a big part of why the Dreamcast is so special. And so yeah, I think it's awesome to take some time and talk about some of the big contributions from the indie and homebrew community out there. So if it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't have any new Dreamcast games to play.
Oh yeah, I just want to say Pier Solar is a good one.
Yeah.
No, honestly, look that one up because it was brilliant.
Eventually, it will happen on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should find out the release date next month for
the
Dreamcast.
should do. Yeah. We've got to do what we've been playing. Chris, you want to go first on this one, buddy?
Sure, I'll go first. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System. I picked this up when we were in England. Why is everyone laughing?
There was such a lag.
Gone shambles.
Massive delayed reaction. It was brilliant. Anyway.
Ruined everything.
Oh, well, yeah. This connection has not been very good. Hopefully, it fixes on when it gets uploaded, but we'll see. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog is what I've been playing on the Master System. Never had really played this version of the game. I think I played a little bit of the Game Gear version a long, long time ago when I was a kid, but it's been so long that I really can't remember playing it much. But anyway, I picked this up when I was with Graham when we went to the video game store in England, and I gotta say, it's a really good game. I'm really impressed with what Sega was able to do with the Master System because Sonic, he moves really quickly. And it's not, the frame rate and everything doesn't seem as fast and fluid as it does on the Genesis. There's some slowdown when there's more than maybe 2 or 3 characters on screen at once. But Sonic moves really, fluidly and quickly, and I really like the music on the Master System. It sounds really fun, and I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm going to keep playing it. I also have Sonic 2 on the Master System, but I want to hold off and play through Sonic 1 until I get onto that. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog is basically, that's all I've been playing. I did download the Smash Brothers demo on the 3DS, but I've yet to play that. But other than that, man, I haven't really had a lot of time to play games this week. I've been half the week I was still in Spain. I came back, and my mom was here for a few days. She actually just flew out today, so I was trying to spend some time with her and do some stuff like that. So I didn't really have a lot of time to play games, but I did sneak down here for a little bit and play Sonic.
Nice.
Excellent.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, dude, because I think that they're underrated, the 8-bit versions of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think they're brilliant games, so yeah. Cool.
What about you?
Let's move on to Scotty first, I think.
Okay.
I was playing a little bit of Sonic Adventure every morning this week. I don't know why. That was in my Dreamcast last after getting through the marathon and stuff. But I'm up to Knuckles' story now. I forgot you can't skip a single damn cutscene in that game, so I will just be sitting there for like 10 minutes. Yep. But once you get in the game, it's still fun. I still think it holds up all right.
Long time no see.
It holds up all right if you don't get stuck in the goddamn sewers like I did.
Yeah. But I'm having fun like going through. I had to restart because I lost the VMU that had my original save file. So I've actually been having fun like trying to find emblems and getting those what is it, like beta level in 2 minutes or something like that. So those are kind of cool. I still am obsessing slightly over Jet Set Radio because as broken as those controls are, I don't know why I just love that game so much.
Great game. It's a brilliant game.
Well, I accidentally played through the whole game last week because I was like, oh, I have it on my PS3. Let's see what these trophies are, and whatever. But
bloody hell.
But actually, Graham, for you, since you seem to be a big Jet Set fan, did you ever beat the tutorial for that game? Like how you're in the bus terminal and you have to do like 20 tricks, and then you have to do the 180 spin and do it in midair, and then do 30 tricks, and then the very last thing. Yeah, I don't think anyone did because it's bullshit.
Yeah, I bet you remember having a go. No, I could just play the game. It's fine.
Yeah, no, because
the hardest part of the game. Imagine if you had to do that to play it.
Oh my
Let's
god!
check something real quick.
I would have never played it because I've played through the game multiple times and I love it. But you don't have to use half the stuff they tell you to do in the tutorial, and it just makes me so mad that I can't get through it. But it's fun. I'm trying to get all the graffiti souls in that right now. And I also downloaded the Smash Brothers demo. I'm excited for that game. And what else can you really say about that? I also did play the demo for Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix.
Yeah!
Brett and Tom kept yelling at me to play. And
Please get that so we can play against you. Because
it went back up to $10, so... Yep.
If all else fails, we will chip in and buy it for you. I told you that.
You can do that. I don't want to buy it, but you can. If you buy it for me, I will play it.
We will chip in.
That's
because it's so good, and we want you to play that with us on Thursday Throwdowns.
All right, sure, whatever. I mean, if you buy it, I'll play it. That's. I was playing a little bit of my Neo Geo Pocket Color and good times, but that's about it. Yep.
Neo Geo Pocket Color that's not in color.
Yeah. Not right now. So yeah, anybody else?
Yeah, Brett.
Well, I have been playing. Well, at the start of the week, I played a lot of Final Fantasy Type 0 on PSP again, just from the hype of getting release dates for the HD version on PS4. Still hyped about that. Still excited. And midweek, I decided to go in and finally beat BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma's story mode that I've been sitting on for a while, so I could have Kagura Mutsuki unlocked for the Thursday Throwdowns thing we do on Twitch now, where me and Hockey X play fighting games for about an hour and a half, and try to get the crowd involved and everything. We actually had a really cool show on this previous Thursday night, where we had a lot of people who had BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma, and we opened the room up to them, and we had a few matches with some people who joined in with us, and just a lot of fun. It was the best episode we've had so far, and this week we're probably not going to open the floor up too much because this upcoming week we are going to be playing Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and this is going to count as our de facto review of the game when we play it on Thursday night. So
you gonna get a score?
What's up? Yeah, we're gonna play it for a good bit, test out the netcode and everything, and we'll also, of course, have had a lot of time with it since we're both getting it on day one. But yeah, it's gonna be our de facto review of it too. So that'll be cool to do. I'm excited for that game. I'm playing through the rest of Persona 4 Arena 1's story mode tonight and tomorrow to get hyped up for Ultimax on Tuesday. So it's just basically been an Arxis fighter week. BlazBlue still I still think it's the best fighter this generation. The story mode, the last 30 minutes of it, kind of make me angry, just due to some decisions they made, and the final boss is the biggest bitch they've ever put in to beat. And this is a trend in Arxis games now, where they have a huger-than-life final boss at the end of their story mode that takes literally no damage, and it takes like 30 minutes to beat it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I still say BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma is the system's best fighter, by far and away.
Watch our video review here, Thursday.
Yes, twitch.tv/SEGA Addicts. It's the Thursday Throwdown. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern on that channel that Scotty just showed us. And it's going to be me and Tom, the mysterious Hockey X. And we're going to have a little fun with Persona 4. We're going to play a few matches with our mains, and then do some whoever we want matches, and then do some random matches, and just give our thoughts and feelings on what could be the what could challenge for BlazBlue's throne as the best fighter this year. So
cool, awesome,
pretty hyped.
Cool. And Stevie, buddy, what have you been up to? Any games you've been playing, or?
Apart from playing with these scissors right now.
You're a regular Ryuko Matoi.
I know. What have I been doing? Nothing.
I heard that you had some really cutting-edge graphics.
Yeah. I thought about playing the second episode of Bioshock Infinite. infinite Betty. That's what I've done.
Don't lose your way, Stevie. Don't lose your way.
Yeah, awesome.
No.
Jaggy's kind of ruined it though.
Oh,
Oh god, what a way to end this great.
A lot of screen tearing and bleeding there too.
oh my god, man. Oh,
So the graphics are pretty choppy.
Good cutscenes though, man. I mean,
that's beautiful.
I want to say real quick that I agree with what Chris said last week on Condemned having one of the scariest moments in video games with mannequins.
Oh yeah, damn right.
Oh
It's
god,
bloody
still
scary.
I think still one of the scariest moments of any video game I've ever
Yeah.
come across.
Yeah, that and the I played the second one before the first one. So, but in the second one, the first time you encounter the bear, I literally screamed. I dropped my controller. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Damn right.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I haven't done my what I've been playing, and I wanted to actually do almost like a little game for you guys in a way. It's like a name that game type of thing. So I want you guys to guess what game I'm talking about, but don't say it until I've finished describing it, okay? And Chris, you can't play it. You can't join in this because you already know what it's going to be. Okay, right.
I do remember it now. Okay, but
Good.
Street
Okay,
Fighter
good.
game.
No. Hold fire, guys. Hold fire. Okay, I been thinking about getting this game for a little while because I sort of when they first started talking about it, I was like kind of interested, but I held off when it first came out and stuff. But it's a sci-fi game. It's a shooter. It's kind of an MMO, but some people say it's not. And like players can run around in like a big sort of world and like see other players around. But they can do missions on their own, or they can team up with people. Your players get special abilities that you can unlock and upgrade, and you can magically spawn vehicles. What game am I talking about?
it sounds like Destiny, but that feels almost too easy.
Okay, Scotty, what's your guess?
Well, it's probably not Phantasy Star because it doesn't have vehicles in it. And I was gonna also say Borderlands with the vehicles, but can we have a hint as what system it's on?
I think it's like PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 3.
Oh man, I don't know.
Fantasy World Dizzy.
Okay. I have to admit, I was expecting you all to say Destiny, because that is basically, in my head, I've just described Destiny, but I haven't. I've just described Defiance.
Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
And you're enjoying it?
I'm really enjoying it. I think
I heard
I
nothing but crap about that game.
I picked it up for £5 or something, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to play it.
There you go. Yeah.
No, it was less than that. I think it was like £3 or £4. Anyway, what I played of this so far, I played the Destiny beta, and I kind of enjoyed it, but I'm actually enjoying this a lot more. I don't know why. I just think that I'm just having more fun with it, and the story's pretty interesting and stuff, and the action's really good. There's loads. When I first started playing it, I just kept doing side missions, and you keep finding the same enemies. But I've been doing the story missions now, and the enemies you find are getting crazy. They're getting bigger and badder. And there's like one I just came across the other day. There's like three. It's like almost 3 stories high on a building. I was just like, fuck. I just couldn't. I had to run away effectively because it's too big. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm just playing on my own. I keep meeting up random people, joining them for a bit, then running off on my own and stuff. And yeah, and it's a bit like Destiny. They've expanded the game. They keep adding stuff to it because it sort of follows the TV show slightly as well.
Wow,
they have special episodes based on the TV show.
I thought it was like done.
No, it was. Well, it seems to be. They've continued because they had some like season 2 episodes, like missions in the game at the moment, and I think have they just started season 3 or something in America? Haven't they? Or
I think it was season 2 they just recently started.
Oh, okay. Well, they've got season 2 episodes in this, so they still seem to be updating it. Yeah, and I'm loving it. I really want to get on and play it with like Chris and other people as well. But Chris has got on the PC, and I will probably buy it on the PC just to play it more. Because very very much enjoying it. But yeah, there you go. I just thought when I started playing it, I was like, everything in this game is like Destiny. What the hell? And everyone's going crazy about Destiny, saying oh my god, it does all this stuff, and it's an ongoing, expanding world and stuff. And yeah, I'm playing this and go, so this did this years before Destiny.
Like I thought, it was I was just going off a hunch that was way too easy, but I went
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. I really thought everyone was going to say Destiny, to be honest. So you kind of got the question right. Well done,
Woo!
well done, Brett.
I'm telling you, we're on the same wavelength here, man.
Yeah, we are, dude. Yeah, this is good.
Please
We
meet me, bro.
need to meet up more. Like, yeah. Oh, dude. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been playing, literally non-stop for the last 2 weeks. So really happy with that. Yeah. Chris, have we got any side
What's up?
stuff?
Well, yeah, I think we should just, you guys, SEGA Addicts, let's talk about where people can find you on social media.
Okay. Well, we are on Twitter as SEGA Addicts, at SEGA Addicts. We have a Facebook page, just facebook.com/SEGA Addicts, or is it the SEGA Addicts?
The
Brett?
SEGA Addicts, because
The SEGA
someone
Addicts.
stole SEGA Addicts from us.
What a
Yeah,
butthole.
someone did
Is that on
that.
Facebook?
That's on Facebook, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny because we're also the Sega Nerds on Facebook also, but we actually stole that account before, and it got really weird. We ended up creating. This was before Facebook allowed you to create like a page for a business. You had to create just a profile for yourself,
Yeah.
and make it almost like as a person. And so we just created Sega Nerds as the account, and now we're not able to take back control. But it's all weird. So we kind of fucked ourselves over on that one.
Nice.
We thought we were being progressive.
Yeah. But we're on there, and we're also on Twitch TV as, again, just SEGA Addicts. If you did want to watch the highlights of the Dreamcast marathon, we did 24 hours playing Dreamcast. Brett and I helmed the whole thing. Stevie jumped in here and there, and
With a dead
Poppy
fly.
X. Yeah, Tom
Yeah,
also
the
jumped in
fly's
there.
head fell off live on the stream.
That's-
It was awesome.
Exciting stuff. But to check the highlights for that, it's twitch.tv SEGA Addict Scotty. That was before we had the SEGA Addicts account. But like Brett said, we do Thursday night throwdowns. Him and Tom go at it against each other, or sometimes have
Yeah,
whoever's
we-
in the
we
chat
just-
room to jump in and
Yeah, we just-
play fighting
this was
games.
This was our first week allowing people in the chat room to join in and fight us, and it went really well. It was a damn fun episode. So we're going to do that again in the future. It's just this week where we're kind of reviewing Ultimax. We're probably not going to do it unless we just want to, unless we just decide we want to dick around with it. So.
Yeah. And myself, I'm also on Twitty? Yep, Twitter. As Scotty Mofo Show, and then I guess we'll go to Brett next.
I am on Twitter as Rainmaker Agito. That is Agito at the end. And I'm also on Tumblr under that name. That's my Steam name. My PSN is Sciavenger. And, of course, the site, the Twitch TV, everything Sky just mentioned. Come by and check us out. This is your first time dealing with us. You like what you see? Come by and check us out.
Cool.
And Stevie?
I'd like to plug, first of all, a podcast I do with Michael Westgarth called Chucklebits Radio. That's chucklebitsradio.blogspot.com. Oh no, .blogspot.co.uk even, to give it in a British flavour. And it's a slightly vulgar podcast, but we're quite proud of it. And Thomas Avantas likes it, the mysterious Pocky X. So you have a recommendation from him already. And we're now also officially sponsored by, let's say, an erotica website. And if you want to find out how that ended up, you should listen to our latest episode. And also, I'm at the Stevie Grant on Twitter. And, you know, I'm on Press Pause Radio and Strategy Informer sometimes and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
Cool. October is right around the corner, and we're going to have a big month of SEGA horror games. I haven't talked to the team yet about this at all, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a whole month of just focusing on SEGA horror games. Last year we did the SEGA Horror Fest or something like that. Wasn't that what we called it, Graham?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
SEGA Horror Fest. That's what sounds familiar. But we're going to do a little bit differently this year. We'll announce some details and stuff. I've been really thinking about it, giving it some thought, but I think we're going to come up with some fun things to do with that. But I absolutely love horror movies. They're one of my favorite type of movies. All throughout October, my wife and I, we watch a different horror movie every day. It's just kind of a tradition that we've had, so I'm really looking forward to that. But I want to kind of bring that over to Sega Nerds and us do something similar to that with some Sega horror games. So we'll look forward to some information on that. On Twitter, you can find us. It's at Sega Nerds. Facebook, it's facebook.com/theSegaNerds. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at IamDarkhawk. And Graham is at Graham Cookson.
Yeah, at Graham Cookson. Simples.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it for us. So I think, yeah. Thank you, guys, for coming on the show and having a kind of a joint show. It's been a while since we've done this, but it's always a fun time. It's always crazy, a little borderline obscene, but I like that.
I wonder what would have happened if Thomas Avantage was here.
Nothing. It would be going on for another 2 hours.
Wasn't
Anime
it the
titties.
last
That's what would
time?
happen.
Wasn't it the last time we were with you that we talked about ejaculating onto a burning cross or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, the memories.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Yeah.
We talked about movies for a bit. It was brilliant.
Oh my god.
All right, that is going to do it for us. And
Probably won't recognize this.
we will see you next week. All right, so take it easy.
Peace.
Later.
We're out.